Hi guys, welcome to the Teaching and Learning. Today, lesson 20, proposed questions and answers. In this lesson, I'm going to share some more questions and how you should respond. What are the important things you have to notice? How you have to read and analyze the answers as well as the questions. So, what I have observed that the answer is very clear, but sometimes what happens that we don't read properly or we don't concentrate the main points. So in this lesson, I'm going to break the parts that should be noticed and should be observed, and how many answers are relevant, and how many answers are the very close to the uh, questions. So in this lesson, I'm going to tell you that mostly two answers which are irrelevant, they doesn't make sense. And so how you gonna check, how you gonna observe that these answers they are irrelevant and you should avoid and these mistakes. So let's see what are these questions today, and how you have to respond correctly. But one thing I will suggest you, you have to read the question carefully, especially last part of the question. Secondly, you have to read the answer carefully and make sure that what are the similarities and the differences between. Is this question or answer have any relevancy to each other, or they have a connection to each other or not? If they don't have a connection, you need to find out what they have. So let's see. In the first answer, you can see here the first question is, which of the following statements represents the definition of efficiency? So what you have to do, first you should know the meaning of the efficiency and the connection of the efficiency with the rest of the answers as one of the core value. As you know that these are the core ethics or core of the conduct when you work in the UAE, or the professional conduct in the UAE. So how many answers are relevancy then? First you need to know that what is efficiency. Efficiency that shows your uh, work capability, work proficiency, and how you're gonna utilize these resources. Now you can see here the answers A, B, and D. The answer A and B, they are talking about the opportunities. So efficiency doesn't mean the opportunity. This is the one thing you have to be careful, that it doesn't make sense that they talk about the opportunities. The second thing, which is a D, which talk about the instructions and regulation. So it's not about the administration and instructions and the regulation. So it's once we said that the efficiency, that how you are good in this in something, and how you are utilizing these resources. It depends the all the things you are utilizing in the organization. So efficiency that shows the quality of something. So this is the one thing you have to be careful, how much you are efficient and what component it's going to cover in the efficiency, I'm going to tell you. So question number, this one is something relevant. Using all opportunity to maintain excellence in work. This make sense. Okay, it's talking about the work that you can prove that either it's efficient or not. However, being committed to providing, it's not about committing providing to provide the equal opportunity. So it's completely irrelevant. D, following the school's administrations. It doesn't make sense. What is the connection between efficiency and administration instructions? So if you are following someone's instructions, okay, doing what benchmarks they have to set. So this thing, yes, these two answers, B and D, doesn't make sense. However, A and C, they are making sense. They are talking about the work and excellence of the work. But which one is a close? So here I have a marked a red, using all opportunities. So instead of using all opportunities, it's better to we say the available resources. Whatever I have the availability, whatever I have given I have to work accordingly. I have to utilize these resources accordingly. So using all opportunities. If I'm using all opportunities, okay, then what about the criteria? So criteria matters, okay. While you are working in the organization, they have set their benchmarks and they have assigned you certain resources. So you are not going to utilizing all. You don't have all authorities to show that efficiency of work. You have show in the given resources, okay. So that makes sense, okay. This is the one point, okay. Now here, look at the efficiency. Efficiency is the public servant shall committed and to appropriately utilizing the resources available. This is about, okay, available. So if you have assigned the budget, okay, of your house, and you have purchased these resources, how much you are efficient to manage in this budget. This matters. But if you are utilizing or taking all opportunities, then doesn't make sense. If you took borrow somebody's, okay, if you took there's no management, there's no plan, and you're spending extra money and the resources, that's not efficiency. Efficiency, you have to be smart to them within the scope of their nature of the work. Now one thing, okay, how you will check my efficiency, that I'm efficient or not? You have to check my work. You have to check the given resources and available resources, how I'm utilizing these resources. Am I wasting or not? Am I managing or not? How I'm managing. These all process that makes you the efficient. What resources are suitable, I have to check. It also depends on the efficiency and other questions related with the efficiency. So everything related to my work, including my work hour, time management, all these things are related with the efficiency. If I'm efficient, I can manage accordingly. This is the first point. So you have to be careful that the two answers, they are relevant. They have no connection with the question. However, the two answers are close to them. You have to choose out of these two. Clear? Let's go to the next. Some students struggle to drive scientific rules based on their observation. I have highlighted this. Drive scientific rules. I'm talking about scientific rules, okay? Which of the following skills will be most effective in helping the students come up with a general rule? Scientific rules, what can be related with the science, right? In the science, what we know, how are you gonna observe, start the observation, our own observation. Now first thing, conduct some processing procedure such as a repetition and organization. What does it mean, repetition, organization? We are talking about observation, right? If conduct some processing procedure, what procedures? Is there any mention the procedure? This is the same thing they are asking. Some students struggle to drive scientific rule based on which of the following the question is talking about. Second thing, understand the concept presented to them. So what concept? We are talking about skills. They have a present. What they have a present? To be able to connect them to drive the rules, okay? So here, perform selective ascension process. So this little bit makes sense. The first filter the information, but this is also, we need to check the first one. Conduct some basic thinking process first, such as sequence. They have to sequence the information and they have to classify. What do we do in the lab? In the lab, we have to, the sequence the process like a scientific method. Right? If we are going to conduct the experiment, we have to go for the sequence first. That is the scientific. Which step comes first? If you want to proof, okay. If you want to, even in the conducting experiment in lab, or if you are, that have any, the operation OT or something, okay. This is also related. Now, what you have to do? You have to go through the sequence. First, you have to, follow the rules of the OT, and then you have to go them. Then you have to classify these steps, that what things, this one, this step the first, this chemicals has this name. So This is the best, okay? The basic things you have to sequence and then you have to classify. So A and D, they have a bit connection, but the B and C, again, they don't have any relevancy with the number 2 question. We'll move to the number 3. Which one of the following statements regarding the stability of individual differences is the most well? Stability. How much I'm stable. And what things gonna make me difference with the other. This is the one. Individual difference. Difference between two persons. Difference between individuals. How are we gonna make the difference between? Definitely. If I want to make the difference myself with the others, I will check the personality, right? Appearance. The second thing, I will check the intellectuality. This is the what makes the difference. So you can see here first, the stability of individual difference is emotional trait is greater. Emotional trait is greater than stability of individual difference in cognitive trait. This makes sense, have a connection with the question. Emotional means personality is greater than intellectuality. This is the one point, okay? Okay. The second thing, there's no difference in the stability. This question answer has no relevancy to the answer. They said there are no difference in the stability. Question said there is, so we have to find out. So forget it about that. The dispersion means distribution range in cognitive. Then what is the difference? Trait is greater than emotional. So here is no disruption. What is the distribution range of, we are distributing something. If somebody is distributing skills have a good, then we are talking about the overall, okay? So this one, C and D, they are irrelevant, they doesn't make sense. However, B has something, is emotional trait or thing. Now let's talk about which one is that. What do you think? Which one is the emotional? Cognitive trait means related to the brain, and emotional personality, sadness, happiness, stability, emotional. So which one is stronger? Which characteristics has a stronger? How are you gonna see which one is the dominancy? Cognitive traits or the emotional trait? So look at the first, cognitive. The stability we count that something who is in a good in cognitive traits, who has a good skills in a brain. So the stability of the individual difference is cognitive trait is greater than the stability of individual difference to emotional trait. So personality doesn't matter. So what we call, okay, don't uh, judge the book by its cover. This is the most the thing, okay? Don't judge the book by its cover. So don't judge the people by their personalities. So we have to check their skills and cognitives, okay? This is it. So guys, these things, okay, two answers, they have a relevancy. However, the two have the connection with the question. You have to be careful and read the questions properly and what the questions say, what the answers say, and remove all these two questions and think about the rest of the two questions, and then you have to check your intellectual. So guys, this is the these are the questions and how you have to respond. Thank you so much. I hope this will help you in the pedagogy test. Thank you so much. Stay blessed and stay safe. We'll be meeting the next lesson. Goodbye.